At that time, I had a hotel. I was running a hotel, Sigona Golf Club. When Corona hit around, that was early September, I think. That's when everything went down. So initially, we were just like the others. We never believed that Corona was a thing. My husband he just started having the symptoms. We tried treating it, but it was not going away. He was getting weaker and weaker. Then one time, he just came from a safari. When he'd gone to Nakuru, when he came back, he was very weak and his oxygen levels were very low. So when we took him to Avenue Hospital, unfortunately, at that time, they were not taking insurance. Neither were they taking even the NHIF cards. So it was cash, cash, cash. My husband stayed in the ICU for close to 14 days. At the same time, I also had the mild symptoms, which I treated them at home. At the same time, my business at that time was really suffering because now I was not at the hotel. My employees were there, but things were not doing well because at that time, also, there was no money around. And my competitors took advantage of that. Mm-hmm. So after 1 month, when I resumed work, things were not the same anymore. I could not pay my bills. And at a point, I think even my shop was closed, but eventually it opened back. But things didn't just pick up. Things went down, down, down. And after a few months, I closed the hotel and I came back to the house. After I closed, I decided that I needed to rest because I was under a lot of stress towards the closing of the business. So I wanted to rest. Actually, I stayed for around 3 months, not doing anything. Then from there, I also started thinking now, what is the right business that I wanted to do? So that is when I decided there was a gap in the fish industry where I stay. There was a gap we didn't have, being that it's the majority of the people who are there are Kikuyus, and they eat fish, a lot of fish, but they don't know how to prepare it. I decided to start fish business. So that was in September of last year. I started doing my fish business. I have a lot of friends in town in their offices. So I would get orders from my friends in town, who are working in town, and I would just do them fish, get my fish, fry them, then take for them to the office and they would buy. And I cannot complain. So far, my fish business is doing well. I have a lot of customers. It helps me go through some of the things that I could not go through when I was in the house. Not much, but maybe I would say the financial part. Because at times when I started small, but once everybody knew that I was doing the fish farming, I was doing fish. Now everybody, I would get a lot of calls, and the demand wouldn't meet my supply. Marketing also. Initially we did the posters. We used to put the posters, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if I had a competitor or maybe somebody was not just for my business, but we would put them up around the neighborhood. The next day we would find them all pulled down. People got to know of the business, and it was now the norm. They would just call. And then I prepare the fish and we deliver them. We are fortunate that we have, they call themselves Victoria Farms. They bring fresh fish overnight from Nyanza, overnight to Nairobi. So we are able to get fish on a daily basis. the size you want and the quantity you want.